What's up, YouTube? So, got bored in the shop, decided let's build a quarter pipe on that wall, and let's build a quarter pipe on this wall and bust out the dirt jumper. So, in the middle of cleaning everything, just built the sleds for the winter. We don't have any snow. So I gotta clean up all that, and I'll cut you guys back in once we get to that point. I forgot to make some videos, but I laid down my pieces of plywood, put a 2x4 on there, and I traced out a 8-foot radius. I'm going to put it against this bench and use the bench as sort of a landing. So here's my radius. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here. There we go. And I'm cutting it out with a circular saw, and then I'll flip it and I'll put it on the other side and trace it out and cut that out. And then I'll bring you guys back. All right, so I brought the transitions in. I think my mat, well, I know my mat is giving me some thickness, but I don't know how I messed this up. So I'm either going to cut them down or I'll take the bench apart and pick it up. But what you want to do now is measure the thickness of your transitions together. So that way you can cut the 2x4s down to length. So I got 1/2 inch plywood, so 1/2 and 1/2 is 1 inch. So I'm taking 1 inch off of all my support braces. So that way a full piece of plywood will fit evenly across and there's no funny gaps or anything like that. So I will get these all cut and then I'll bring you back for when I start to screw them together. A nice little pointer, if you're working by yourself, I like to throw a screw on one side, on the opposing side that I'm working on, just to hold the 2x4. And then I'll be able to, you know, screw this in and not have to monkey around with propping stuff up or whatever. And, you know, it's just sitting there. And got my bottom. And yeah, I put my cross supports every 10 inches. And then just screwed it twice vertically. So what I found to make this easier, I would send this screw in about 1/2 inch, so it's poking out, like right here, 1/2 inch. I would put the end of my board, my 2x4, on that screw, and then I could just press out, and then that'll hold that side. I'd screw this side, go over, back that screw out, and then send it in nicely. And that worked pretty good for working alone. So I'll screw this bottom one in, and then I think I could start throwing some plywood on. I got to figure out the coping. I got a piece of PVC out there. This is for bikes, so I'm not too worried about it getting banged up. So I kind of forgot to record what I was doing, but the quarter is done. This thing rocks, man. It is awesome. And then I got a little carried away and built that same quarter that I just shown you, but I spun it and flipped it, and now we got a vert wall. Only thing I had to do was just make it a little extension here. This is an 8-foot radius. And yeah, so I'm gonna throw some sheathing on this, and we'll rock it. I never made a follow-up video on when I was done building in here. So here it is. I got to push together now to skate on it. When I get my bike out, I just move all this and push it back against the bench. But it's a lot of fun. Works well.
Introducing 2 new Baja Chipotle subs featuring our world famous Baja Chipotle.